You want to learn faster, not just a little, but in a way that actually separates you from everyone around you. It does not matter what you are trying to learn: cooking, business, a new skill, or even understanding life better. There is one thing that sits underneath all of it, and that is your ability to learn. The problem is simple. You were never taught how to do that properly. You were told to read, memorize, and repeat, but no one explained how learning actually works. Because of that, you waste time, focus on the wrong things, avoid mistakes, and try to do too much at once. That is why progress feels slow. So here is what actually changes things. First, not everything matters equally. Most of your results come from a small part of what you do. Instead of trying to learn everything, you focus on what actually makes a difference. If you are learning to cook, you do not need dozens of recipes. A few basics like eggs, chicken, rice, and pasta already put you ahead of most people. The same applies to learning a language. You do not need thousands of words at the start, just the most common ones that let you form simple sentences. People slow themselves down because they chase details before they understand the foundation. The second idea is uncomfortable but critical. You learn through failure, not success. If everything works on the first try, there is nothing to fix, which means there is nothing to improve. Failure gives you feedback. It shows you exactly where the gap is. The process is simple. You try something. It does not work. You step back, understand what went wrong, and adjust. That loop is where real learning happens. So instead of avoiding failure, you should aim for it, but in a controlled way. For example, when you study, close the book and try to explain the topic out loud. You will get stuck, and that is exactly what you want. That moment shows you what you do not understand yet. Then you go back, fill the gap, and repeat the process. That is how you speed things up without guessing. The third idea sounds counterintuitive. To learn faster, you need to slow down. When you try to learn multiple things at the same time, your attention gets split and your progress becomes shallow. You end up being slightly better at many things, but not good at anything. If you focus on one skill and work on it properly, the improvement is much deeper and happens faster in the long run. You build one piece, then add another, and keep stacking. That is how real mastery is built. There is one more piece that ties everything together, and that is belief. If you assume you cannot improve, you will stop early. If you believe you can figure things out, you keep going long enough to actually get better. You have already done this before. At some point, you did not know how to walk, speak, or read, and you still figured it out through repetition and effort. The difference now is that you hesitate and overthink. If something truly matters to you, you need to go all in. It should stay in your head throughout the day. You practice it consistently and give it your attention. That level of focus is what moves you forward. In the end, it is not just about talent. It is about how long you are willing to stay in the process and keep improving. So the formula is straightforward. Focus on what actually matters. Use failure as feedback. Take your time to build things properly and trust that you can improve. If you do that consistently, you will not just learn faster, you will start pulling ahead without even noticing it.